Alright, so today we're doing the last stream of the summer, and the topic is requested creations. So I put out a Google form earlier this week, and so for I closed the forms yesterday, but we got basketball defense system and Sonic Loop, and then from chat. We don't have any from chat right now because the stream just started. I might not get to all of them depending on how many I get. I'm definitely gonna be doing these two within 2 hours, an hour and a half. But from chat, depending on how many they are or how complex they are, I might not get to all of these, so no guarantees. And then during the school year, I'm doing one live stream every month because I gotta focus on school. I can't live stream for 3 hours and study. I'm trying to get good grades this year, and then along with one live stream every month, my November stream is gonna be a double birthday stream because my birthday is a few days. My birthday is a few days before LBP3's birthday, so I'm just gonna do a double birthday stream. And then December I'm gonna do another one of these creation requests. But yeah, that's it. So the two from the basketball, from the Google form, basketball defense system, Sonic Loop, and then from chat, whatever gets requested and whatever I have time for. Again, depending on the complexity or how many I get. But yeah, the Sonic. Any tips for high school? Just started high school, 9th grade. Any tips? I guess stay on top of your work. What I gotta think about that actually. Any tips for high school? I guess just staying on top of your schoolwork and not getting distracted other stuff like sports or parties. Just stay on top of your work, and things will be easier, I guess. But yeah, the basketball defense system, I'll go over all of this in a second. But the basketball defense system, so we gotta set up the multiplayer stock bots, the ball possession, steal, block, and then we just copy and paste it and color code it for multiplayer. And then for the Sonic Loop, I'll go over that briefly. The Sonic Loop is way simpler. The logic is way simpler. The Sonic Loop, all it is a sackbot in the loop. Basically just making sure the sackbot can move in the loop. So that's all it is. But anyway, first we're gonna do the basketball defense system. This was requested by It's Just Mook, and he's requesting this because I helped him with a basketball project earlier in the year, before the server shut down. And he already did the offense. I got these 3 microchips here. I forgot to recreate the dribbling, but the pickup and drop mechanic, I was just doing it from memory. It might not be exactly how I showed him, but I only did a shoot. I didn't do a separate shoot and dunk. And then, oh yeah, the logic for the ball is right here. It's pretty much empty because I forgot to do the dribbling. I'm gonna have to do that for the steal. But yeah, I'm doing all of this wireless, by the way. Oh yeah, in case y'all don't know what wireless logic is, let me just show y'all real quick. So I'll do a little demo over here. Wireless logic, it's how I learned logic. I know how to do logic the regular way, but at least for multiplayer stuff, it's just easier to do it wireless. I don't know why I made that sticker panel so big. Wireless logic is just tags and tag sensors. It's good for if you're doing stuff with a broadcast chip or emitting stuff, or just definitely you need wireless logic for controllable sackbots. So I'll give you a demo on what that is. So this is rigid connections. When you have something wired directly to a light, that's rigid connections. So not a light, but anything. When you have one gadget, only 2 people out of create requests. Yeah, that's all I got in the Google form. I might get some more from chat, but in the Google form, that's all I got. But yeah, anyway, this is rigid connections. But there's another way to do logic, which is good if you know you're gonna be emitting stuff or using when you do controllable sockbots, like the spawn system for controllable sockbots. It's like you're basically just emitting, and then like you're basically destroying the sackbots when the sackbots die, they get destroyed, and then spawning the sackbots back in. It's like you're emitting them. So like in that case, you don't want any like logic connections in between the sackbot and then your level. So what you can do instead is wireless logic, like this. It's the same thing we had before. The light turns on, but like this time, unlike here with rigid connections, it's wireless. And by wireless, I mean the wires aren't going in between the objects. So if I were to emit this, or like if this was like a broadcast chip, it could like still interact with this object right here. Oh, you're starting an animation channel? That's cool. But yeah, wireless logic, definitely what you want to do if you're doing controllable sackbots, since the spawning system for those is just emitting, like using emitters, and also for broadcast chips. Yeah. But anyway, basketball defense system. I'll go over this in more detail now. Multiplayer sackbots. We need 4 controllable sackbots. We need to color code the tags and the controllers. And these are the colors that I'm going to be using for the tags. So green, blue, orange, and turquoise. And by the way, you don't have to like follow along as I'm doing the stream. Like for your project, you could always watch the stream later for your basketball projects. I'm not going to be going extremely slow. I'm not going to be going super fast either. I'm just going to be going at my normal speed, but like at a speed y'all could understand, but like not super slow enough to follow along. So of course you could always watch it later for your project, because it will be on replay. You'll be able to watch this like my other official streamers on replay. Alright, so we got the oh, and hello to everyone that joined. I think I only said hello to 2 people because only 2 people said hello, but hi to everyone that joined, and thanks for joining. And before we get into that, I just want to, since there are like a few people here now, I just want to go over what we're doing again quickly. So from the Google form request, we got the basketball defense system, the sonic loop, and from chat, we don't have anything from chat. If we do get any from chat, no guarantees that I'll be able to do all of them. These will only take like 1.5 hours, 2 hours, but from chat, no guarantees I'll do all. I could do all of them depending on how complex they are or how many I get. And also during the school year, 1 live stream every month, because I gotta focus on school. I gotta focus on studying and my schoolwork. And then my stream for November will be a double birthday stream, because I have the LBP3's birthday is like 4 days after mine. So I'm gonna do like a special double birthday stream. And then December, another one of these creation requests. But yeah, for the controllable sackbots, we're using these so you can make them big, and also it's easier to do. Multiplayer logic is more reliable when you're using sackbots. So that's what we're going to be doing. So again, these are the colors. It's not as simple as copy and pasting sackbots. I'll show you what would happen if you were to just do multiplayer sackbots like that. So yeah, I'm gonna just move this out of the way. So if I were to copy and paste like all of these, I'll show you it's not that simple. So like if I were to copy and paste all of these, this isn't multiplayer sackbots. Like yes, there's 4, but you see all of them move at the same time. Doesn't matter which one you're in, they all move at the same time, and you would of course have to make modifications. So which modifications? You need to change basically the color of the tag and the color of the controller. So I'll do this one first. So we got, right now, it's set to green, everything, all the tags for player 2 need to be set to blue. Oh, and that's another issue right here. It like, the holograms follow each other. I gotta rewind now. But yeah, the tag needs to be set to blue, so it follows, because blue is player 2. It's easier to do multiplayer logic when you color code it, because it's like quicker to like change the color of everything than to change the label. Because like if you were to change the label, you would have to go in the menu, and then it would take a while to like find the player 2 tag for your specific thing, so it's just easier to just change the color. So anyway, this one's blue, and then the follower of course needs to be blue, so it follows that sackbot. But yeah, along with changing the color of the tag and the follower, you also need to change the color of the control knitter. These two control knitters, this one's set to receiver and this one's set to transmitter, they communicate with each other. It's part of the basic controllable sackbot setup. And I got my controllable sackbot from C, by the way. I followed this tutorial a while ago. But anyway, for this sackbot right here, this one's pretty much done. Control knitter colors are changed blue for both of these. And then we'll do the logic on it when we do the logic for player 1. But for now, that sackbot's done. This one, it was either an orange first, yeah, orange. And then for this one, it needs to be set to orange for everything. Orange for the tag. And then for the follower. Wait a sec, why do I have a follower on here? It's really strange. Anyway, orange here. And then orange for the control knitter. And then the last one, player 4, is going to be turquoise or cyan. I don't know what color that is exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's cyan or turquoise, one of those. Oh yeah, the follower. My avatar's teeth are yellow because they're gold. Notice them shining, like he has the gold grills. I try to take those off during videos though, because I don't want to flex on anyone during videos. I might not remember all the time, but I normally try to take them off if I'm recording a video and like his mouth is open. So yeah, gold grills. It was like a funny joke I did one time when I was like just playing as a friend. Like I decided to like dress up as an American rapper or whatever, just a stereotypical American rapper. It was funny. I had like a red bandana, but like even after the joke, I just decided to like keep the teeth because they were funny. So yeah. But anyway, turquoise. Okay, let me double check this. But yeah. I feel like I was rushing on this one, so let me just double check this one and orange. Alright, there we go. As you can see now, instead of me controlling all of them at once, I control each sackbot separately. But anyway, that's for later. For now, we're going to be focusing on this one sackbot right here. We're going to be doing all of this. And then at the end, we're just copy and paste and then color code based on the colors that I just explained right here. But yeah, the ball's position logic. So I color coded this like that. I colored the text right here. So a player is in possession of the ball when they pick it up or when they steal it from another player, but they're no longer in possession of the ball when they drop it or when they shoot or dunk it. And like I said earlier, I just did like a basic shoot. I didn't do like a separate shoot or a dunk because I'm just like doing the defense. The defense is the focus. But yeah, ball possession, since we set up the multiplayer sackbots, we're done with that. Now we just have to do the ball possession, which is done with a selector. So on the ball, I'll open up the sackbot microchip, but for now we're just gonna be doing the ball's microchip. But I guess I'll open up all of these when we get to that part. Only thing I have on the circuit board right now is the logic for the shoot or dunk. Like I said, same thing, just to save time or whatever. Or like it's not super important since defense is the focus. And then the basic properties of the ball, so a tag for ball. And then the gyroscope so it doesn't rotate because it was like rotating before. And then this so it doesn't bounce. So like when I do when I do the dribbling, there's no issues. But yeah, about possession, there's 4 players, so we're gonna have not a 4-port selector, but a 5-port selector, because the 5th port is like, the 5th port is for when no one is in possession of the ball. So by default, it's gonna be on port 5. So let's just get that out of the way, the default, I guess. So since you saw how my basketball works, let me see how yours like control it. I don't really have the, wait, do I have the logic set up? I don't think it does anything right now. Like, I didn't even do the pickup and drop it, did I? Yeah, I won't be able to really show you anything with like how it works. I just did this real quick for the stream. But like, I'll show you the shoot mechanics. I did like the shoot differently, so it has like an arc instead of the ball traveling in a straight line. It has an arc. It's not super accurate because I would have to do multiple movers for it to be accurate all throughout the court. But yeah, I'll show you how it works when I do the ball position logic. Because as of right now, you can't even pick up the ball. So yeah. But anyway, let's just get the default state out of the way. So like, default state is port 5. So port 5 is being none of the players are in a position of the ball. It's like on the floor or whatever. So it's port 5. So like I said over here, when you drop, shoot, or dunk it, you're no longer in possession of the ball, and also when you start the game by default. So I said shooting and dunking is the same thing, just to keep things simple. But yeah, when you pick up the ball, and you shouldn't be able to pick up the ball from like a super far distance. I might change this later, but let's just set it to 15. So you actually have to be next to the ball to pick it up. So not pick it up, drop it. Do I have a thing for drop? So when you drop the ball, it is no longer in your possession. Like anyone can grab it. And also when the ball is shot or dunked, it's also in no one's possession. And also this third tag right here, I guess I could do a remote tag sensor. I'm not sure how your game works, but like how you start the game. I don't know if you have like a button or whatever to start your game, or if you have like a start button or whatever, but like I don't even have a tag called start button. But like whatever your button, like whether it's like an actual LBP Planet 1 button or like a controller button, you would just connect that to a tag called start. So like when the game starts, no one is in possession of the ball. It's probably just in the middle of the court, right? So yeah. So let me just recap. When the ball is dropped, when it's shot or dunked, or when the game starts, no one has possession of the ball. And then of course this is player 1 through 4. You're gonna need OR gates for these, but like 2-port OR gates, because there's only 2 conditions for being in possession of the ball. Like I said over here, when you pick up the ball or when you steal it. We didn't do the stealing mechanic yet, but I'm gonna just do the tag for that. Alright, so when you pick up the ball, and this is where the color coding part comes in. Like all of these are gonna be green because these are just like general tags. So green is for general, also player 1. So all these are general tags. Like it doesn't matter who dropped the ball. The ball's gonna like behave the same way. It doesn't matter who shot or dunked it. It's just no longer gonna be in someone's possession. So like for shooting and dunking, and I guess dribbling, you could have all of these set to green. You don't have to color code any of these. But this part, when we copy and paste it, we're just gonna copy and paste it, then change the color. Like when I finish doing it for player 1. So anyway, what does this say? When you pick up the ball, or when you steal it, then it's in player 1's possession. I don't have a thing for stealing, I guess. So has ball, drop. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alright, so when you steal the ball, or when you pick it up, then it's in player 1's possession. And we're gonna have a tag for that, so player 1 knows that it's in its possession. Like I said, all of this is about to be wireless. Like, it's just easier for me to like understand logic that way, especially since I don't usually do multiplayer logic. So it's just easier for me to like think, I guess, when everything is wireless like this. But anyway, has ball. That's the tag label I'm doing. So player 1 has ball, and green represents player 1. And then we just need to copy and paste this. I'm gonna have to move this down so I actually have room to do all that. But yeah, we're just gonna copy and paste this, and then change the color. So we said the color scheme we went for was blue, orange, and turquoise. So blue is player 2, orange is player 3, and then player 4 is turquoise. And then we're just gonna connect all of these. And the reason we're using a selector here instead of wiring it directly to the tags is because the selector outputs a permanent signal, so which means that the signal stays on until it switches to another signal. So you're in possession of the ball until it's no longer in your possession. So it outputs a constant signal. But yeah, like I said, it is easier to do multiplayer logic when you're just doing colors. Like, imagine if I'm basically just saving myself an extra 5 seconds and also tag labels by not doing a separate has ball thing for player 1 and player 2 and player 3. If I actually did it that way, I'd have to go to the menu, and that would take an extra 2 seconds. You would be so good in game development, bro, and a huge programmer. Thanks. My mom said the same thing, but I don't really want to get into game development because I heard that making games is different from playing Little Big Planet. I mean, of course it is. There's deadlines and stuff, but I don't know. It's different, and I would rather do something like this for fun. But yeah, thanks. But yeah, green is player 1, blue is player 2, and then yeah. So doing the colors instead of the tag labels, it saves me 5 seconds or 10 seconds depending on how many tag labels I already have in this list. The list isn't very long, but for a complex game, it will take me a while to scroll through it, and the colors just saves time. I could just select it, and yeah. But yeah. Alright, so that's the basics about possession. Wait, did I do? So pick up, steal, drop, shoot, dunk. So let's test it out. And we didn't do any of these sack bots, by the way. We're gonna do it all at the end because we still have to do the steal and the block, and then we'll copy and paste it and change the color. But let me just see if the pickup mechanic works. And also the sound effects aren't really necessary. I just added it for an indicator for myself, so I knew that I'm actually picking up the ball since I don't have any animations. I'm not doing animations for any of these because I didn't really pick out any. Animations are the easy part anyway. Oh, I forgot to do the follower. That's why it's not working. The follower, along with wiring it to a tag, you know, you want to wire it to a follower. And then it's just going to be at 100. 100 everything, so 100%. And you want to set it to follow tag, so it's going to follow the player. Or the tag bot, or whatever. What just happened? That was weird. It just got deleted. Oh, it's because my game was like, that's weird. Okay, my game is paused now. So like, I don't understand why that happened. But either way, it's really weird. It just like got deleted. I think the ball was like traveling like, it like went into the player, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna test out for player one. Hope it doesn't break. That didn't happen before. Alright, there we go. I'm not doing anything fancy for like, I didn't do the dribbling yet. And also, why is it going so slow? Or is it going slow? Or that's just a follower lag. But yeah, it follows. I could drop it, I could pick it up. Hold on. I have to see that logic. I'm pretty sure I got the tag right, so be about pick up and then I think I need to make the radius bigger. Oh yeah, I think before I had it set at 20, that's why. Cause like it wasn't picking up. Okay, now it picks up. Like the sound effect is so that you know that you picked it up, but like I said, it's not necessary. It's really just for me. Because I don't want to look at the logic the entire time to know if I picked it up or not. Just gonna lower the volume a little bit on that one. But yeah, like I said, I didn't even do the dribbling yet. I'm gonna have to do that when I get to this steal. But like that's all it is. This is how it works right now. And then you just copy and paste it, change the color, and wire it. And you would do that for all 4 players. Okay, now I'm just gonna double check this to make sure I did it right. There you go. Alright, and then this should be input 2, which it is. But yeah, because we all know we're not playing Sackboy Big Adventure. I mean, it's a good game, it just lacks the impact Little Big Planet had, including they don't have create mode. Yeah, Sackboy Big Adventure not having create mode is honestly the main reason that I never played it. Like, I own the game. Like, I have like the collector's edition and the like with the plushie and the artwork and all that. But I just never actually played the game. I never put it like in my PS4 because like, I'm just not motivated to play the game. It doesn't have like a create mode or like any real reason to play it. Like it doesn't really seem to have much replayability. I see like I see people online talking about like how they have like no reason to like play the game again once they beat it. But like the animations, like the emotes seem pretty cool. They have like co-op emotes. That's cool, I guess. Little Big Planet, it has like the emotions, but it doesn't have emotes. So if Little Big Planet 4, if that ever comes out, if Little Big Planet 4 should take any inspiration from Sackboy Big Adventure, they should definitely add emotes. Little Big Planet PSP had emotes, but like it wasn't as many as Sackboy Big Adventure. Like Sackboy Big Adventure, if I remember correctly, has like 80 emotes. So that would be cool if Little Planet had that. I mean, we sort of already have that, like with the character animation tweaker. We have like over 1,000 animations, but that's just for create mode though. Like, and if a creator chooses to add that to their level, it's not like built into Sackboy. So I think Little Planet 4, if it ever comes out, should have emotes like Sackboy Big Adventure. But yeah, that would be cool. I don't really know too much about the game other than that it has emotes. That's the only thing that it appeals to me. I think that's cool. But yeah, I don't really play 3D platformers or 2D platformers. I only bought Little Planet Vita for the create mode. I didn't even beat it when I was younger. I guess I did like platformers, but nowadays I like open world 3D games, I guess, like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. But anyway, did I do the ball possession logic? Yeah, I did. I think that's everything for the ball possession. Now we just have to do the steal and the block. So the stealing means that in order to steal the ball, it has to be in possession of the player, and that player cannot be you. So that basically means that you cannot steal the ball from the floor. You can only pick up the ball. You can't steal it from the floor if it's on the floor. And you can't steal the ball from yourself. That's just one of the conditions. The second condition, the one I forgot to do, is like the player has to be in the middle of dribbling. Here's a tip: if you want the ball in the center of your player, make sure the ball has the physics tweaker and have it ignore tagged objects. Yeah, I think I did that before. Like when I was originally helping you with this, I did that before, but like I guess I forgot to do it here. But yeah, I guess I'll add that like in the ball's properties. But yeah, now it's in the middle. Only thing is I would have to do that for like all of them, or I guess I could have like a general thing called sackbot. Like I could do like a universal thing. By universal, I mean all of them have like this purple tag called sackbot. So yeah, just gotta do it for all of them and then just have it not collide with that. So I would just have to do it for all of them, I guess. So that purple tag. Oh yeah, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this. Hold up, I have to show you the shoot. Wait, is the shoot working? Alright, so let me see if I got the shoot working, because like I said, as long as the ball is picked up, I should be able to shoot it. That's it. I just added the sound effect because why not? Again, it's optional, but like I said before, the shoot, if I wanted it to be like accurate, like I would have to add more movers or whatever. But yeah, that's it. But you should only be able to shoot when you're in offense mode, and I'll show you how I got that set up. Basically, we just need an indicate. So like, yeah, so two things I need to mention about the shoot or the dunk. You have them separately. I have them all as one, because the offense is not the focus of your request, so I just did them all as one. This counter right here, it just sets a 1, and it resets itself. You had like square for shoot and then triangle for dunk, if I remember correctly. Or I don't know your controls, but whatever controls you have, don't plug the button directly to the shoot. You want to plug it to this pulse switch right here, the self-resetting counter. So I have square plugged to the self-resetting counter, and you don't want to, once you do that, you don't want to plug that directly into the shoot. You want to plug it into an AND gate. And this AND gate, it's 2 ports. First one is the pulse switch. Oh yeah, I have to explain the pulse switch. The reason that I have it is because when you're switching from offense to defense mode, so like when you're in possession of the ball, and then when you're not in possession of the ball, so like when you pick up the ball or like when you shoot it, it was like causing issues. So like Wait, let me just show you how it. So like when I shoot, you're gonna see it lighting up. So wait, no, that was the dunk, but you see this. I know it's kind of small, but you see this lighting up. It only lights up. It only activates, like the shoot button only activates for a single frame, and the reason for that is to prevent bugs. Because like when you press the square button, you're pressing it for like half a second. Half a second is too long and it causes bugs. So like it's possible to like shoot and steal at the same time if you did not add this pull switch in between. So anyway, for both your shoot and your dunk, what you want to do is add this pull switch, connect it to an AND gate, and then the other port is a remote tag sensor. A remote tag sensor is basically the same thing as a tag sensor that's set to infinite. It just saves you like an extra 2 seconds setting it to infinite, so it's already set to infinite. And it's set to b-ball, has ball. I just did like the b-ball and the Sonic thing separately since I got those 2 requests. But yeah, has ball, and I'll show you that on the ball. But yeah, this remote tag sensor, again, same thing as the tag sensor set to infinite. I just wanted to save like extra 5 seconds doing this. So the has ball thing is basically this right here. So has ball. All of these say have ball, so like you know which player has the ball, and the player knows which player. So this is all wireless, so the player knows that they're in possession of the ball. And we're gonna have to like change the color when we copy and paste it. Like this is gonna be one of the things that we're changing the color on. And I had that in the notes right here. Everything that has like a purple asterisk on it means that when we copy and paste it, which is the final step, that's what we're going to be color coding. We're going to be color coding the ball possession tag, so the has ball tag, we have to change the color. Like the remote tag sensor, we're going to have to change the color of that. The pickup and steal tag sensors, we're going to have to change the color of that. But yeah. Sackboy Big Adventure is basically Planet 3 but more realistic and has logic like 2D movement. I think that's just 2D. Oh yeah, 3D movement. I guess sort of. It's basically like a 3D Little Big Planet. Some people say it's like, some people compare it to like Mario Odyssey or whatever. But yeah, it doesn't really appeal to me. Like I said earlier in the stream, I don't like 3D platformers or like platformers in general. Only got Little Planet Vita for the create mode. But yeah. Little Planet, I mean, Sackboy Big Adventure does not create mode, so I honestly haven't played it. But anyway, let me show off the shoot one more time for anyone that hasn't seen it. And I didn't have any animations, by the way. And I just missed. Just stand a bit closer to the... There we go. If you want AfroSat GP, I could teach you how to make a Little Planet Five Nights at Freddy's engine. I don't know, it depends on whether or not I have time. I don't really have time to like play with anyone right now. And I think you already showed me that. Like you did like a showcase of it. You didn't like do it like a step-by-step thing on how to do it. But like, yeah, you did like, you already showed me like the logic, I think. But yeah, maybe if I have time. I don't have any time this week because I got school. And when I'm not in school, I want to play Zelda Tears of the Kingdom because Echoes of Wisdom is coming out. And I'm probably not going to play the game as soon as it comes out because I only beat half of the bosses in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm just exploring and fooling around in that game right now. But yeah, okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Hasball. I was talking about the importance of doing the... I wish I could make as good videos as AfroSat GP. All it takes is like practice and not practice, but like I don't want to say compare yourself to others, but like look at what the other tutorial makers are doing and think about like how you can make it better. Or at least that's how it is for tutorials. For videos, for making good videos, you gotta have like a good idea. Before I even started my channel, I made like a a list of ideas. Like I filled like a entire notebook page with ideas. I also did like a list of like 25 possible series that I could do. I only did like 3 of them on my channel so far, and some of them are like sort of outdated. Like my interests and like my goals for this channel have changed, but like yeah, all it takes is a good idea and like knowing how to make videos, like not copying others but like taking inspiration from others. Like when I made my recent video, I don't normally make videos like that. I do create more tutorials. So my video on how to download those to your PS3, I basically copied the editing style of LBP3 Scorpskull. In my previous video, I copied the editing style of Ash, who edits IBX Toycast videos. So like taking inspiration from others. But yeah, okay, steel and block. Now just make the steel. But yeah, in order to go to steel, and also by the way, I go by GP, not Afro, so GP is what I go by, my initials. Just for anyone that wants to address me in chat or anything like that, I'm just saying that's what I go by. But anyway, exactly an ice cream. Can you make Sonic's movement? That's actually like one of the topics in the stream. You might have seen that earlier if you're here at the beginning. So like requested creations, it's Sonic loop. So like I'm just doing this in order that it was requested. The basketball defense system was requested first, so that's what I'm doing first, and then yeah, I'll do the Sonic loop, and that doesn't include like the movement, like the sprint, and then like the movement in the loop itself. But yeah, I have to finish the basketball thing first, which I'm like halfway done with. I just have to do the steal in the block and then just copy and paste for multiplayer. But I'm gonna take a quick water break, like a 10-second water break. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Alright, so we're doing the steal. So again, you can't steal the ball from the floor or from yourself, so you would have to add a thing for that. So like AND gates, that was my condition for the AND gate. And also it needs to be 3 ports if I remember correctly. I'm doing this sort of backwards. I should probably do the conditions first before I do the tag, but yeah, this is another one of the things that we're gonna have to color code when we copy and paste it as the final step. So still, this is player 1 still, because player 1 is green. Like I said at the beginning of this stream, this is the color thing that I'm using. So player 1 is green, player 2 is blue, player 3 is orange, and player 4 is turquoise. That backflip video will inspire me for my game. I'm thinking of making a LBP3. That's cool. Alright, can you make Mario's ground pound? I'll add it to the list. I should have time for that. I don't need to capitalize any of this because this font is already capitalized by default. I forgot about that. I learned logic from GP. Now I'm skilled at logic. That's cool. Oh yeah, your fighting system. I saw that. Like I remember you showed me that one time. But yeah, I learned logic from LBP3 Central, and it comes from C. And I'm still learning, by the way. Like I'm not an expert at creating mode. I'm still learning. Like I'm pretty good at digital logic, but analog logic, I'm still learning. So by digital, I mean like ones and zeros. Like I don't know, true or false, simple stuff like that. but like percentage signals, so stuff that comes from batteries, timers. I'm still learning that. Like I know how to detect those signals, but like manipulating them, doing addition and subtraction in the Little Planet, that's what I'm trying to learn now. But anyway, so from the chat we got the Mario ground pound, so it'll be after the Sonic loop, and so yeah. Oh yeah, before I do this still, let me just showcase the shooting one more time. I said one more time, like I'm not gonna do this again. But yeah, that's it. And as you can see that when I shoot it, it's no longer in. I didn't demonstrate that the possession thing actually works. Let me go over that one more time. So right now, the ball is not in possession of anyone. Like output 5 is connected to nothing. But you see that when my character, player 1, picks it up, you see that now player 1 is in possession of the ball. Like player 1 has the ball, and it follows the ball. I mean, it follows player 1, the player 1 sackbot. The best way to play Little Planet with people now is just share play, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, I was like back when I had time to play online, I was playing it with this just Mook. I was playing it with him, and he was like showing me his create mode stuff. I mean, we weren't playing together, but like he was just showing me his stuff, like the stuff he made and the logic for it and all that. But yeah, that's how it works, and you're gonna see that like when I shoot the ball, the ball is no longer in my possession. So like right now it is, cause you see that tag lit up right now, but like when I press square and shoot the ball, it's no longer in anyone's possession. So then other players can just go and pick it up. Yeah, for the steal, need 3 ports and gates because there's 3 conditions for stealing it. It actually has to be in possession of the player. That player cannot be you, and the player has to be dribbling. And we didn't make the dribbling yet. I'm gonna have to do another microchip for that. So what are we doing? Oh yeah, steal. So when we have the ball, oh wait, I'm gonna do remote tag center for this. Same things that tag center is just set to infinite. Since it doesn't really matter where the player is, as long as it has the ball. So if player, wait no, I forgot to do something. Okay, so I forgot to do this. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do an OR gate, 4-port OR gate, just as like a general thing. So like if any of the players has the ball, it like sends off like a universal, like a thing that says a player has the ball, but like not any specific player. And let me see if it actually did 2. Okay, yeah, that's input 2 or output 2. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna activate a purple tag called. I didn't need to pause the game. I don't think that would affect anything. A purple tag called has ball. So like this means that someone has the ball. A player who's playing the game has the ball. It doesn't specify who. It's just like a general tag. So when someone has the ball, and that player is not you, so I'm gonna have to color code this. Then you could steal the ball. And also the third condition is that someone actually has to be dribbling in the middle of dribbling it, so you have to like time it right. So like stealing it is actually tricky. I assume that would like make the game a little bit trickier and actually realistic. Like you can't steal the ball all the time. Like only when they're in the middle of dribbling. So of course I would have to make a dribbling chip now. Alright, so dribbling. It's like, I'm not gonna do it for left and right. But anyway, they do that request. This has it for left and right, because that's what I showed him. Basically, you just have like a tag called dribble hand. Oh, I have to do b-ball, so like the tags line up. Like you see it, like the way I organize my tags. It's so all the basketball stuff, it's like right next to each other. Since I'm doing a basketball request and a Sonic thing today, I don't want to get like the tag labels mixed up. So that's why I do that way. That's why I placed the word b-ball in front. So anyway, dribble hand, and we're just gonna have 2 of these. Just gonna change the animation style of this one, I guess. I found like Avalon works best, I think. I mean, at least for like the walking animation. But anyway, the dribbling, it's very simple. All it is a timer connected to a selector, a 2-port selector. So like a timer connected to itself, so it resets, so it's like a 0.2 second timer. So like it goes fairly fast. If I remember correctly, I had like a speed sensor connected to this, so like when it's traveling at like a certain speed, like I mean not at a certain speed, but like when you're moving at all really, then you're dribbling. You don't dribble while you're standing like in the game. You just like dribble only when you're moving. But yeah, you just want to connect this to a cycle. So you're cycling in between, like it's going up and down. I tried to do like a follow and flee thing that didn't really work too well. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Where I have like 2 tags that are like going on and off. But yeah. Luke says, should we move to Dreams PS4? If you want to, like I might move to Dreams eventually, not anytime soon. Cause I'm still trying to learn more about Little Planet, but like Dreams Logic is very similar, but like in terms of visuals, it's like much more complex. So like I heard there's like even if you're already good at visuals, I heard there's still like a learning curve. So just keep in mind that like the visuals are very complex. Like there's actually sculpting, which is like a good thing. Wait, let me show you what sculpting looks like in Little Planet 3. In Little Planet 3, sculpting. This is what you could do with 3D decorations in Little Planet 3. Dreams, you could actually create it like accurately. Like I mean, this looks pretty nice. This was done with like the 3D shapes. In Dreams, you could do like actually accurate models, like the curves and stuff. Like they're just doing this with the 3D decorations. But in Dreams, you could create the character like accurately. But yeah, I just got this before the server shut down. But yeah, in Dreams you could do like way more realistic stuff in terms of like sculpting. But Little Planet 3 sculpting is decent too. And then Little Planet 2, we had statue making. Oh yeah, and by the way, this was made by Yukamani. These 4 right here, like there's an Iron Man thing. Like Yukamani made this. Like Yukamani, you might know them by their level Honey Road or Honey Road Story, or like Paint and Splat. I forget what it's called, but like they made this too. Like this is what's possible in Little Planet 3. Dreams could do better. Dreams could do way more. But yeah, they made this Iron Man mask. But like, it looks pretty decent for Little Planet 3. Dreams, you'll be able to do better. They did this one too. Like Yukamani is like really talented. Like I don't see like a lot of what's the level name for those objects? It's called Decoration Art Giveaway. If you search up Yukamani, if you don't know how to spell their name, you could honestly just like type up their level Honey Road and then just click on the creator name, and then you can see the level. It's not gonna be at the top if you're using Little Planet 5. This level is like underrated. It should have more place where people value gameplay, not artwork. So it's gonna be at like near the bottom if you're searching by popularity, which is what it defaults as. But yeah, it's called Decoration Art Giveaway. It's a Little Planet 3 level. But yeah, it's just like really detailed. Like I want to get into decoration art, not characters, but like weapons. I want to make weapons from Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. Like I already have. I just don't have any of them saved in my Puppet, unfortunately. But yeah, it's called Decoration Art Giveaway. But yeah, dreams, you could do way more than that in dreams. Like dreams, you could actually create like accurate models of characters in dreams, which is tricky for some people that are used to LBP Planet. But yeah, the logic is pretty much the same though. Like I was watching dreams logic tutorials and I'm like, this is the same as LBP Planet. It's just like the gadgets are named differently and the gadgets look different. But like it's very similar to LBP Planet. Alright, so anyway, we're doing the steal. So let me recap. When someone, anyone, any of the players have the ball, and that person, when that player is not you, then you can steal the ball. And of course, we need a third condition for when you're dribbling and the dribble thing. Let me label this actually, so I have the rest of them labeled. But yes, just dribble. So let me just unpause this, not disconnect this temporarily. But as you can see, it's going in between here and here. So the ball would follow those two tags. So I guess when you're not moving, then the sackbot tag should be active. I guess the sackbot tag is only used for like following the body, right? So if I turn it off, it shouldn't affect anything, I guess. Actually, it would affect things. So I would have to do like a separate tag to make it like follow. Doing dribbling makes it a bit tricky. So, hold on a second. It's like I don't want to like disconnect stuff and like rewire it again. Like what if I put the speed sensor on the ball itself? Alright, well, I already made the dribbling for the dude who requested this, so he knows what it looks like, but basically, I'm not recreating the dribbling here because I don't really want to. Like, it's just gonna have to be, like, anagates. I don't feel like placing another anagate. I mean, I guess I could use a circuit node instead. But, anyway, when you're dribbling, basically the way I want this to work is when the player is, like, in the middle of dribbling. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna do a sequencer. Connected to, I'm gonna do the tag. Connected to a sequencer set at positional. But yeah, and again, the reason why I'm not doing the dribbling fully is because the dude that requested this, I helped him earlier and he knows what it looks like. And it's gonna be like hard to tell whether or not like it's actually able to like steal the ball anyway, so it's not super important. Like I said, I didn't do the shoot and the dunk, only the dunk, since the focus here is defense. But anyway, this right here, this, when the battery is on, that's when you can steal, when you can steal the ball. So like, I guess it's like most of the time, that's like 3 out of 5, so 3 out of the time, 3/5 of the time you should be able to steal the ball. But like you can't steal it all the time, so like you got like an indicator if you want to so the player knows when they can steal the ball. But like basically when the player is dribbling. Wait, what is it? This is on the player, right? Wait, no, not when the, hold on a second. Oh yeah, I need to do a tag here, not a battery, a tag. I'm gonna just call it dribble. B-ball, dribble here, not dribble. Or I could do dribbling. If the dribble is already taken, dribble might already be taken in your level, so of course you could just do dribbling if you want to. But anyway, this right here is a general tag, so you won't use a color code or anything like that. So like when we're just gonna do a copy and paste remote tag sensor, so b-ball dribbling. So when someone is dribbling, then you should be able to steal the ball from them. So I'm gonna just copy and I'm gonna have to set up the logic for player 2, and like I said, it's just copy and pasting. Like that's how simple it is. Basically, when we get to the final step, and we're not there yet, but when we get to the final step, basically all it is just like group selecting this. Well, I mean we don't need that, so I'm gonna just multi-select. All it is just group selecting this and just pasting it over and then changing colors. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Pick up and drop, we don't need to change the color for that. But the shoot and dunk, this needs to be blue. We don't need to change the color for this because the ball behaves the same way, regardless of who's doing the shooting or dunking or whatever. Still in block, we would need to change this one to has ball. And then dribbling is like a general tag. And then this right here is the dribble chip. We don't need to change anything here. But I just want to see if I could steal the ball from... Wait a second. Why is it... Did I forget to do this? Oh yeah. When you're copying and pasting it, don't forget to set it to blue. But yeah, I'm gonna pick up this ball, and then I'm gonna have this dude steal it from him, I guess. Oh, I forgot to do the button, but I forgot that's like the most obvious thing. I obviously need a steal button, a button for actually stealing. So the stealing block. So when you actually press the button to steal, so we need 4 ports then. So we're gonna use the pulse for this as well. I'm gonna have to do this for player 1. I could just copy and paste it like I did before, I guess. Wait, no, I'm just gonna redo it because I don't want to do the tag label changing thing again. But like square is gonna be the steal button. We're using a pulse switch in between so you can't steal and shoot at the same time since they do share a button. So when you press square to steal, oh yeah, and by the way, you want to make sure if you're using square, this is for everyone, by the way. So if you're using square or any of the D-pad directions, you want to make sure disable popping controls are set to yes, because you can't press square or any of the D-pad buttons if this option isn't checked. So if you're having issues with using square, or just make sure this is checked if you're having issues with those buttons I just mentioned. That is awesome, Logic GP. Your channel name should be LBP3 Logic Master. Thanks. But I don't know, I don't just do Logic, I do animation stuff too. And like Logic Master sounds like... Wait, hold on. They said GP, you sure the logic is safe when it's unpaired because the logic mess up unpaused or using a strategy or something when it's unpaused? I don't think it should mess up as long as everything is color coded. Yeah, so like the logic is following the player. Like, I know what you mean though, because when you're doing movers, like if I were to place a mover on this dude, obviously I would want it to be paused, because if I did it when it was unpaused, it would like move right away. I mean it has a follower on it, but like with certain logic pieces, yeah, you just want to do it pause mode to be safe. But like for this, I'm not doing it like for followers and movers, and I'm not sure if you noticed this, but I did pause my game when I did the followers, I think. But like, yeah, for followers and movers, and I guess rotators too, and timers, you want to make sure your game is paused before you place those. But yeah, my game is fine paused right now. But when you're doing dynamic thermometer stuff, I don't do dynamic thermometer stuff, but apparently bugs could happen if you leave your game unpaused for too long. But yeah, it is a general good practice to make sure your game is paused all the time. But like, it's not super important here because I'm not doing it at dynamic thermometer level or replacing any followers, movers, or rotators, timers, or anything right now. But like, if I were, I would pause my game. I would definitely make sure it's paused. If I didn't, I would have to rewind and then pause. But yeah, still in block. Oh yeah, what was I doing? Wait, so I'm in the position of the ball. But let me see if this dude right here could steal the ball. Either I made it too tricky or it's not working. Well, let me look at the logic again. Alright, so someone has the ball, that person, it's not me. And also, the dribble. I might have made the dribble thing a little bit too hard to actually steal the ball. Wait, hold up. Let me remove that condition. Let me replace that with a toggle for a second. I just want to see if it actually works. I'm gonna have to modify the dribble logic. Oh, I forgot. Okay, I forgot to color code this. That's why. Blue. Okay, yeah, I don't need to replace the. In that case, I don't need to replace it. But yeah, I just forgot to color code it. I have that in my notes, and I still forgot to do it. Like, you have to color code everything that has a purple asterisk next to it. I forgot to do that. Alright, and it just went back to that player. Okay, let me see what's happening there. Or like, what's happening with the ball? I need to see the logic for the ball. Okay, I'm just gonna zoom this out for a bit so I can see it. Yeah, it's like going back to that. I'm gonna check the logic for. Alright, so the pickup and drop logic is right there, so that shouldn't be affecting anything. I'm actually gonna temporarily use this toggle to make sure it's like always on, so it doesn't like take as much effort to like steal the ball. But yeah, that's just temporary. But like, as you can see right now, when I try to steal the ball, it like goes back to. Wait, now I can't even steal it. It's weird. Wait, I was in the wrong sack bot. Alright. And then let me try to steal the ball again. So I might get in this sack bot. Yeah, I could steal the ball. But like then it goes back to player 1, which is weird. Alright, the only other thing is like, other than pick up and drop, it's like steal and I think I know what's happening now. I think. Okay, yeah, I get it. I just have to put it into words. But I know what's causing this now. Alright, I'm gonna show you. If I can't put it into words, I'll show you. You see that right here? This is what's causing that. So like when you're not in position of the ball, it's like, oh, you could like, it's like stealing it from itself. It's like stealing it back. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think we need to add an indicate here. So like you shouldn't be able to steal the ball if you're not even in possession of it. Of the ball. Or wait, no, that's already a tag right here. Or like, should I add like a separate indicate? Indicate next to an indicate. So oh yeah, I know what's happening now. I know what's happening. This right here. I temporarily did that, right? So like now you should be able to like steal the ball. There we go. But yeah, you just want to have like this, that right there. The dribbling is only active when you have the speed sensor, so that really shouldn't be an issue. Also, I don't need this indicate anymore. Just have that connected directly to it. Alright, let me recap how the thing should work. Or did I need that indicate? I think I forgot to do the still. Oh, I remember now. I forgot to do the still button. Oh yeah, I remember now. Cause like before, like that's why we're doing this at the end. Like the multiplayer logic at the end. That's why we're just focusing on like player 1 for now. Cause it gets confusing when you're doing like multiple things at once. But yeah, I forgot to add a button for the steal. And also that we also needed to connect the speed sensor. The speed sensor wasn't like the only issue. But like it's also that you have to be pressing the button to steal to actually steal the ball. So I'm gonna steal the ball back. There we go. And then I could steal it. Yep. But yeah, this is player 2. Player 1's logic and player 2's logic should be the same. And working on both of them at the same time causes confusion. But yeah, 4 ports. I remember saying 4 port and so yeah. But like for testing purposes, I'm gonna have to like disconnect these again eventually for like testing. But yeah, that was confusing. But basically, I'm gonna just focus on player 1 right now. That's player 2. For player, when we're doing the block, I'm just gonna use like an AI. Like, not an AI, but like CPU, or I don't know how to explain it, but like, I'm not gonna it's hard to test this when I'm like not in multiplayer myself. I was just switching between stack bots but for the block I'm not gonna be able to do that. So I'm just gonna have like a invisible person blocking you when I do the block mechanic. But yeah, that's basically the still mechanic right there. Let me recap it because I know that was confusing. So basically you just want to have a universal tag sensor for has ball. So that's the purple tag sensor. That's the OR gate was connected to. So let me close this. We don't want to. Wait, this is the thing for the ball. Let me just switch this to input 5 so no one has possession of the ball. Alright, so now the ball belongs to no one. It's just free for all, I guess. I'm not gonna pick this up. Oh yeah, I forgot to do something. When you're picking up the ball, I think I forgot to do this. There's like a thing where it's like or it's because I set it to 5 manually. Did I explain this already? I don't think I did. So let me do that now. Like the inputs I had connected to the OR gate. Not the OR gate, the selector. But yeah, the inputs I had to connect to the selector. So basically, when you steal the ball, wait, is this screen connected to anything? Wait, what? But yeah, for the shoot and dunk, when you shoot the ball, you would just have that connected to selector input 2. So that would count as dropping the ball. And then for stealing, I think that's the steal mechanic that I have to have plugged into there. But yeah, when you steal the ball, that's what should go into here. So I'll recap the stealing block and then I have to explain this. I'll explain this. Alright, so right here, it's 2-port selector. Right here. So port 1 represents picking up the ball. So you pick up the ball when you steal it. So you would have the end gate that goes into your tag. That would also go into port 1. You also drop the ball when you shoot or dunk it. So like whatever you have, so I guess the OR gate that goes into the shoot and dunk tag, that would also go into port 2 for the selector. Now I'm going to explain the steal mechanic. So when the ball, like when anyone has the ball and that person is not you, so this is like the universal tag for anyone having the ball. So when anyone has the ball and that person is not you, so this is where we're gonna have to change when we copy and paste it and color code it and all that. So when someone has the ball and that person is not you, and when someone is like dribbling the ball, and when you press square, then you can steal the ball. And of course you could add like an animation for that if you want to. Alright, now we're gonna do block. Block is much easier. I'm gonna just do it right here, so like for the ball logic. Actually, I'll just copy and paste this, since I already have like the radius set. So b-ball block. So when you block the ball, you're gonna do like an AND gate for this, probably like 2 or 3 ports. So there's 3 conditions for blocking the ball. When the block button is actually pressed, like when the ball is being blocked, and when the ball has actually been shot. So that's another thing. The ball has to have been shot. And the way we're gonna do this is with a counter set to 1. Set to 1 so we can like both detect when it's been shot and when it's like no longer counts as being shot. So that's why we have it set to 1. So we're just gonna have the, what's it called? I didn't mean to connect to the reset. So this is the thing for shooting and looking. But when it's like on the floor or like in the possession of another player, then it gets reset. So like you could have like a tag sensor for the floor, an impact sensor for the floor, or whatever. I didn't even add a floor in my level. I should probably do that. So b-ball floor. I'll just add like a quick thing, a sticker pin of hologram, so I don't really feel like moving everything up, so I'm just gonna do like invisible floor. This right here is gonna count as the floor. It's invisible, that's gonna be the floor. I'm gonna make it invisible so you can't see it, and this is gonna be tagged floor. So like when the ball is touching this, when the basketball is touching this, it counts as touching the floor. So when the ball is touching the floor, or when it's in possession of another player, then it's no longer counts as like being in the air. And also when anyone has the ball, so when anyone has the ball, or when it's on the floor, then it counts as no longer being shot. So let's see what we have so far. So when you press the button to block, when it's in the air, and this third part right here is optional if like, I don't know how many, like last time I saw, I'm not sure if you saw in the stream, but last time I saw your level, like your basketball level, you only had one basketball hoop, but if you have two, you're gonna have to detect the direction that the ball is traveling in. So like, we're just gonna set this to like, I guess 0.5 or whatever, and we're gonna need left or right or whatever. So when the ball is traveling right, like when you block the ball, it should go left. So we're just gonna have a mover wired to like a countdown timer. I'm gonna have to move all of this up. So I have more room, it's like not as tight, I guess. Well, not that far, but just like, so it's like a gap. So when your ball is moving right, countdown timer makes it so something only activates for a short amount of time. So when it blocks, it's gonna like go down for like a short amount of time. That's why you should have your game in pause, so that doesn't happen. But I could just set it to 0 once my game is in pause, and that doesn't happen anymore. But yeah, I'm just gonna have a mover. Some people like to use the followers at the flee. I'm more comfortable, and again, my game is not in pause. I was talking earlier in the stream about how like you should pause your game before you place movers or followers in it, or in timers and stuff like that. But yeah, the ball should go left, and down, I guess, and then acceleration and deceleration. So negative makes it go left, negative makes it go down for this one. So again, blocking, it's kind of hard to test this when you're in like single player. So I'm just gonna have a tag here, and I'm gonna call it block. So like, let's say this invisible person that keeps blocking us whenever you try to shoot the ball. So I'm gonna pick up the ball, I'm gonna shoot it, but then they just block us. The invisible person blocks us. So yeah, that's the block mechanic right here. For the actual blocking itself on the player, what you would do, I have this still unblocking one microchip, so I'm just gonna make this bigger in order to block the ball. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the one for the other direction. So like for the other direction, in order to block the ball, and again, this is assuming that you actually have like 2 hoops in your level. Like I said the last time I saw your level, you only had 1 hoop. But if you do add another hoop, then you're gonna need to do this with the 2-port renegade. So when someone has the ball, or when it's on the floor, so when someone has the ball or when it's on the floor, it counts as reset. Oh yeah, I've set this to include touching. Oh wait, or did I already do that? It's like on the floor right now, isn't it? Oh yeah, this is in all layers. I have to include that. Okay, now it's reset. But like, and then I just have to set this to left. And I have to set this to positive. But yeah, that's assuming you have 2 hoops in on your basketball court. The last time I saw your level, you only had 1. But yeah, that's how you would do it there. And again, the invisible person just blocks this. Wait a sec, why is it like fidgeting? Why is it like twitching like that? Yeah. Okay, this is right. And then this is left. And they're like activating at the same time because like when you're being blocked, it's like hold up, let me show y'all what I mean. So like it's like they're like activating like one after the other. It's weird. They're activating at the same time. I will give you the trail if you need it. If you mean the Angry Birds thing, I honestly don't really play Angry Birds that much anymore. Like I used to play when I was younger. Like I had it like on my Kindle Fire or whatever. But I don't really play it too much anymore. But yeah, I like Angry Birds. I just haven't played it in a while. What's I doing? Oh yeah, the bug that I was fixing. I might need another counter. Or like, should I do like an indicate here? Alright, hold up a second. Okay, hold up. So let me recap this again. So I know what I'm doing. So basically, when I might have went sort of fast here, but like when the ball is being blocked, so like when you actually press the button to block the ball. Oh yeah, that's that. Okay, I understand what's causing the bug now. The thing is, so when I was doing this earlier, the block thing. Alright, so it's because of my AI. Like I said, I'm playing by myself right now, so it's kind of hard to test this out. So like to substitute that, what I did is I added like a tag that was just active by default. But if I do a self-reset encounter to like and like pretend it's a player, then I could test this more accurately. So I'm going to shoot my ball. I'm gonna shoot my ball, and I'm gonna purposely shoot it when the thing is about to block me, so like that activates the block tag right there. And it actually went in, which is not what I wanted. I wanted it to block me. Oh yeah, I think it blocked me. Oh yeah, that's the block. And as you can see, it works fine now. I think I would need to decrease the radius on the block. I might have to decrease the radius, but it might work fine. But that's just the automatic block right there. But yeah, the block works fine now. It's just that it's kind of hard to test this in single player, so that's why the substitute that I was doing didn't really work before. So like I had to do a timer, so to like simulate a player continuously blocking. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all the logic for this. I did the dribbling already. That's like a side note, because I did forgot to like create that before. But yeah, now all we have to do is copy and paste and change the color of the logic. Everything we need to change the color of is in the asterisk, the purple asterisk. We need to change like the remote tag sensor and some of the tags. So like these right here, we're gonna have to change the color for that. And the way we're gonna do that is just copy and pasting and placing it over. So like this is our player 1 logic for player 2. And this one we're just gonna have to do the same thing except change the color. So we're just gonna do it one at a time so there's no confusion. So let's do player 2. For player 2, what we do is we just open up the circuit board. We copy and paste with R2, so multi-select. So I just hold R2, press X to multi-select. For those of you that don't know how to do that, I mean it's like a feature that's probably like advertised in the loading screen, but not everyone pays attention to that. First thing we do is we should probably do this in pause. Not that it's gonna affect anything, but this is blue. Everything on here has to be blue. Alright, so not all the tags have to be blue. But so the ball, that's the general tag. But the pickup tag, since it doesn't matter who's picking up the ball, that needs to be blue. And then has ball, that needs to be blue because that signifies who has the ball. It does not matter who's shooting or dunking it, the ball's going to behave the same way. So we don't need to change that. Oh wait, I just opened that one, didn't I? Am I doing this like left to right? Or... Alright, so this is still in block. I know I'm going to have to change something here. Quick question, how can I swap out the jump animation with a roll animation, kind of like Sonic? Basically, we just have a state sensor connected to the roll animation. So like, if you already have a roll animation in the character animation trigger, you just connect the state sensor. I'll show you. In the state sensor, there is an option called jumping. You would connect it to your character animation trigger with the roll animation. But yeah, that's basically all it is. And the animation, you could find one in the character animation tweaker, I assume. Or you could use a character animation tweaker combined with a character rotation tweaker, which are a bit tricky to use, but has ball, doesn't matter who's dribbling. It doesn't matter who's stealing the ball though, because when you steal the ball, it's in your possession. So steal and has ball is the ones that we're changing here. And the last one is dribbling, right? So I don't need to change that. Alright, this is the part where it's easy. I don't have to do much thinking. I just copy and paste, change the color. The stuff already changed color. And then I changed the color to everything here to orange. And everything I changed to blue. Basically, I just changed it to orange now. So this is orange. So like this one has to be orange. And then everything I changed the color to blue has to be orange now. That's all it is really. And like I said, this is a general tag. This is just a thing for the ball, so we don't have to change the color there. But like everything that's blue has to be orange now. And again, we don't need to do this because shooting and dunking, the ball doesn't care who's shooting or dunking. It's going to behave the same way. Either way, still in a block. You're going to have to change the color there. And then this is dribbling, which I already said we don't need to change. And then last one, player 4. Player 4 is turquoise. So we changed this to turquoise. And then we just do everything turquoise. So orange, everything that's orange now becomes turquoise. The green stuff we don't touch. Because the green is like just the general tag or the tag for player 1. And then we got 2 things here, so turquoise, and yeah, we should be good. Now the reason I did the tags, like I said, that's wireless logic. In case I don't know what that is, I did like a quick demo over here for wireless logic. Here's rigid connection, so if you had something wired directly to it, that's what it would look like. Functions the exact same way with wireless logic. It's just like it works better with SACbots. And also it means you don't have to use OR gates. Like I would have to use like an OR gate for the multiplayer logic if I didn't do it wirelessly. So that's why I did it, so I could just do it wirelessly and not use OR gates or have a whole bunch of confusing wire connections going everywhere. But yeah, assuming we did everything, that should be it for the basketball thing. So yeah, that's pretty much done. Let me just recap what we did. We set up the multiplayer SACbots. We just changed the color of the tags, the tag and the follower, and the control naders and all that. And then we did the ball possession, so the pickup, steal, drop, shoot, and dunk. We made sure the ball was in possession and not possession of the players in the right time. The steal, we did the steal, then the block, and then we just copied and pasted it. And then what's listed below the steal and the block is this. It's the conditions for like each. So like you can't steal the ball from the floor or from yourself, and you could only block the ball when it hasn't been shot or dunked. And if you have like 2 hoops, it's like when you're moving in like the right direction, it like blocks. It goes in the right direction. Then you just color code it according to the code that I did right here. Alright, now we can do the sonic loop thing. Because that's what I have next year, so that was requested afterwards. So basketball, defense system, sonic loop, Mario ground pound. Sonic loop thing is over here, so I have everything we need to do right here. I have the SACbot set up, and so it doesn't conflict with the other SACbots. So I have everything just here set to green, which is a color I never used yet in this level. I just everything set to green, including the tags. So instead of Sackbot, you could call it Sonic. I could rename it if I want to, but like I'm just gonna keep it the way it is. So we have controllable Sackbot, which we just did, and the reason why we're using a controllable Sackbot here, like before, it was because for the basketball thing, multiplayer logic is more reliable when you do it with Sackbots. And then we're using a Sackbot here because rotators won't work on broadcast ship or custom characters. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be using a rocket rotator, so of course we'll need a rotator. And then we're going to be doing the sprint ability, which we'll get to right now. So the sprint ability. Oh wait a sec, I already did the logic. Okay, let me start from scratch. The sprint ability. Okay, let me show you something. So like after I show you the sprint ability, you might be like, oh, why don't you just use a gameplay tweaker? And I'll show you why that doesn't work. Like I thought the same thing. Like I was like, why am I using movers? I could just use gameplay tweakers. But like the gameplay tweaker has like this thing where like Sackboy takes a while to get up to speed. It takes like 2 seconds for him to get up to speed. The movers, they accelerate quicker. So that's why we're using those. And again, I'm gonna have to pause my game. Hope I don't forget to pause my game this time. But like basically, we need to use a selector so we can remember the direction that we were last moving in. So, wait a sec. I did the wrong thing. Okay, so right is positive, negative is left, and I'm doing this backwards for some reason. So when you're last moving left or right, so this is what this checks. So right and then left when you were last moving right. And when you press L1, you could do L1 or R1 for the sprint. It doesn't really matter. You could choose whichever one you want. I like using L1 because R1 is the button for grabbing. But yeah, I'm gonna use L1 because that's the button that I'm comfortable with. Because I use it for pretty much everything. So when you press R1 and when you're last moving right, then you should move right. So of course we're gonna have to do a mover for that. And again, I'll show you why I'm not using gameplay tweakers. It's really kind of annoying how they work. It's like a cool way to like boost your speed, yeah. But like they have this annoying like thing where it takes a while to get up to speed. For these, we're just gonna set the acceleration and deceleration to 75, so that it takes a while to get up to speed, but not as long as the gameplay tweaker. Notice I have these set at 75%, but even with them sitting at 75%, they're still faster than the gameplay tweaker. I mean, it's not faster; it just accelerates faster, which is interesting. So yeah, 18 for the speed, and then 75% for the rest. Okay, let me show you that. Wait, why is my thing set at? Okay. This is the super speed, or like the sprint ability. Right here. This is how fast you go when you're sprinting. And the reason why I didn't just place a gameplay tweaker, and I'll show you that right now actually. I'll do like a side by side. I'll race this dude right here. And you're gonna see, like at first glance, it's gonna look like he's faster, but that's not the case at all. It's just the fact that it takes a while for the Sackboy to accelerate with the gameplay tweaker. It's really weird. Set it to owning character service for whoever. Wait, no, I'll just do all players. Normally, if I were to place on a broadcast ship, I would say just set it to owning character service for whoever has the broadcast ship. But like all players, because I'm not placing on a broadcast ship. So I'll do like a side by side race against this dude. And you're gonna see that. Wait, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna temporarily set this to receiver controlled by nearest player. I'm gonna hold L1 and I'm gonna race this dude, and you're gonna see how slow my player is compared to this dude. So ready, set, go. I'll zoom out more. Alright, so me versus this Sackbot, we're the same speed, but you just can't tell because of the acceleration. It's really annoying. Ready, set, go. Me and him are traveling at the same speed, or like I'm catching up, but you notice that he accelerated faster. It's like, so like the gameplay speaker is like kind of slow. Notice how fast he went at his speed. And then you'd notice that I'm catching up, but the reason why I initially wasn't ahead of him is because he accelerates faster because he's using the mover, not the gameplay tweaker. So yeah, when you can use the movers for sprint, not the gameplay tweaker, unless you don't really care about the slow acceleration. But yeah, notice I have these set at 75%. Even at 75%, movers are still faster. That's interesting. But anyway, for the actual loop now, we're gonna do the loop. There's like different styles of the loop, of like the sonic loop. I'm not gonna do a fancy one. I'm just gonna do a loop, and then let's see. So when you do this, you wanna place like a circle inside of a circle, and then what you wanna do is you wanna do sticker piano. Don't close your pop-it, just place the sticker piano right away. And the reason for this is because it auto centers. As long as you don't close your pop-it, it will auto center, which is what you want. We want this to be in the exact center. This doesn't really need to be auto-centered, but it is, which is nice. So this is gonna be invisible. This is what we're gonna use a bolts, because I don't feel comfortable using wobble bolts all that well. Really, like wobble bolts are like really confusing. They've always been that way. The bolts auto-center, by the way. As long as you make an effort to place it in the center, it will like center for you, which is cool. We want to set this to not visible in play mode, and we don't want to hear it making noises, so we mute it. But anyway, that's for later. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna make the exit and the entrance of the loop. We're gonna have to copy and paste this, by the way. Hold on, I'm gonna set it to preview mode so I could see without the sticker piano. So basically, you just want to make the exit and the entrance to the loop like so, or alright, there we go. That looks smoother. And I'm just gonna use the corner editor to like drag it out. Alright, so that's the entrance. What you want to do is you want to cut this in half. You could use the slice and dice if you want to be precise, I guess. You want to cut this in half. You want to place this in the layer behind, and then you just want to flip it. And that's a double front view, so you could like see it lining up, I guess. Alright, there we go. That's your loop. So to make it so the player actually moves within the loop, so you can't go at the loop right now, not even when you're sprinting. So I'm gonna make it, wait, I have to glue this. So like by default, you can't go at the loop. You have to add logic to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the settings so it actually does the sack button on my character. Alright, so as of right now, you cannot go at the loop. You just go straight through it. So what we're gonna do, so we're gonna add logic, and also we need to set this to static, because it's just like moving. It's like moving a little bit. So what we're gonna do, this thing right here, I forgot to move it down. I'm gonna rewind because it's really important that it's centered. Alright, that has to be centered. It's like really important. I mean, I don't want to glue that because then it won't be able to turn. Like, I still want this to be like bolted. So I'm just gonna have to set it to static and then make sure it doesn't change the position. So I just multi-select this and then move it down. Alright, now we're good. So like I said before, you just go straight through it, and we need to actually make the loop so it actually goes around. So let me just go back to the beginning, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to have the sackbot follow a tag. So that's just the sprint. I'm going to do another thing for the actual system for this. So like the loop, that's the sprint microchip, and then that's the loop. So we're gonna have this microchip. We're gonna have a tag. We're gonna place it later though. I mean, I guess we could change the positioning. Okay, so we're gonna call this sonic loop movement. So like the movement path that you follow when you're in it. So and then we're gonna need a rotator. So like it rotates you around. It like spins you around. So you're basically just gonna be following the tag. I think a regular rotator would be fun. And like I said, when you're doing this, you want to pause your game, of course. But anyway, the way we're going to do it is it's not going to start spinning unless the sackbot is actually like near the start. So when the sackbot is near here, so I'd like this label sackbot. That's when it starts spinning. I could just place all of this in a microchip, I guess. Or like, it's not a good idea. I'll do that later. But basically, you want a follower on this dude. You don't want it to be active all the time. So we're gonna add some more logic. Set it to 100. Set it to 100 acceleration, so it gets up to speed right away. And then we're just gonna do sonic loop movement. And as you can see, I cannot move because the follower is active. So we're gonna make it so when we're actually in range of that tag right there. So like when we're in range, so like I'll just set it to something really small. Like 6. So when we're actually in range for that specific thing, then the follower activates. As you can see, this is pretty much the basic movement right here. Of course, we still got like a lot of stuff to improve. Like you have to add an actual running animation. So I'm gonna make it so you have more control over whether or not you're following it. So like this right here, it has a set and a reset. So like the follow movement is like on. So like this is on, this is off. The follow movement is on when you go into that loop, but when you pass the end of the loop twice, then it turns off. And also, of course, you should change the layer. So you're gonna have to do all of that. So the end of the loop is right here. So I'm gonna do Sonic loop end. But yeah, this is number 2 on the request, by the way. So when you have passed that twice, then like it stops you from following the tag. And also the tag should go back in the position that it was before. So this is just on set it 2. So it detects the second time that you passed that. I might have to change the radius, but I'm gonna test this out. Yeah, I have to change the radius. Oh yeah, I forgot to connect it, bro. I'm going too fast. I forgot to connect it. I think I have to move the tag over a little bit. Let me see how that looks in preview mode. But yeah, and then it starts again. But alright, we're gonna have to polish it up a little bit, obviously. So we need to add 2 things. I mean, we're not done. We're nowhere near done. This is just the basics. You could do any one animation you want. You could do Avalon, you could do... I don't remember what they even look like. Avalon has one that actually looks like running, so that's why I'm using his. But you could use any one you want. I don't remember what it looks like off the top of my head. I just remember it looks like running. And right now, Sackboy is squishing against the wall. If that's happening to you, then you just move this up a little bit, and then you just trial and error till that isn't happening. The run animation, as you could see, it's running, but it isn't rotating in the direction that it's facing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a rocket rotator. We're gonna place it upside down. And you go angle snap. That's what we're doing. Okay, so I've added character rotation to the state sensor. But whenever I land, the rotation does not reset. How can I do that? Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. This is like a common. I talked about this in my SACFit video, by the way. I plan to make like a separate quick tips video about it. But you're talking about the character rotation thing issue, right? I know exactly what you're talking about. Alright, so I'm gonna just do a basic toggle type thing. I'm not gonna do nothing fancy. I just want to demonstrate the bug that you're talking about for anyone else that encounters it in the future. And I'm gonna demonstrate how you could fix it. So I'm just gonna do receiver so you could detect without actually having to be in the control nadir. So I'm just gonna do L1 to toggle the spin, because I know it's like the thing with the character rotation tweaker, and I don't know why they did it this way, but it doesn't have an on and off. So the particular bug that you're talking about, let me just show that I know what you mean. You have a character rotation tweaker, but even when you stop spinning, this happens. So what you do to fix that is you place it inside of a microchip, because like the microchip resets the angle. So you just place it inside of a microchip, and you can just turn the microchip on and off. That's all you have to do. So let me show you now. You could rotate, but then you could run around as normal. So you could still rotate at whatever speed you want, but then when you stop, you reset. I don't know why they didn't add an on and off input. They could have added an on and off input like right here. They have room, like there's an input right here, input right here. They could have added a 4th one for on and off, but they did not do that. But then again, Blueprint 3 was a rushed game, so I'm not surprised. They just wanted to rush it out for Black Friday, so they overlooked basic stuff like that. But yeah, That's all it is. You connect the toggle to the microchip. Instead of only the rotation, you place the rotation inside of a microchip, and you just turn that microchip on and off. But yeah. Where was I with the Sonic run thing? Oh yeah, I was doing that. And I was talking about the rocket rotator, which seems to be working. Yeah, it's working. It's just that my sack boy isn't touching the wall. It's like floating. Oh, okay, I got a question. Why did you choose yellow or gold teeth for your character? It looks good, just curious. Alright, so I chose gold teeth for my character because, okay, so like the gold teeth thing, it like started off as a joke. Like back when the series was still up and I was like playing on with my friends, I thought it would be funny if I joined my friend dressed up as a stereotypical American rapper. I had like the red bandana, the gold chain, and the gold teeth. It was funny, but like even after the joke, I kept the gold teeth because I don't know, it just looks cool. But yeah, it's like part of my character. We'll see now, I guess. It's part of my character. So yeah, I'm keeping it. I try to take off the teeth during the videos if I remember, because I don't want to flex on anyone during the video. So like, when I'm recording, like a video, not a live stream, but like when I'm recording a video, I take off the gold teeth if I remember to do that. Alright, there we go. That's a bit better. Like I said, it takes a little bit of fiddling. If you have it too high, it's floating, but if you have it too low, it's gonna like squish your sack boy. So now I have to make him get out of the run. I moved this over. I don't know why I did that. I have to increase the radius, I think. What is this? Sonic loop end, whatever the end is connected to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to increase the radius for this. Let's see. There's like a few bugs I have to work out right now. So like mainly it not taking me out of the loop, or if it does, it takes me like right back into the loop. It's like I placed the tags in the wrong spot, I think. Oh yeah, and also what we have to do, so I don't have to keep rewinding. Like I keep rewinding because I forgot to add a gyroscope. So like every time I do this, I just rewind. If I didn't, oh, and also I have to add the anti-gravity tweaker so it doesn't spin out of control like that. I mean, the gyroscope would fix that, but this is like a nice thing to add to. So like then it doesn't spin out of control. And then the gyroscope, when the character is not in the loop, then it'll just rotate to this position right here. But yeah, to this position, so when you're not GPU should add an animation of when you get the ball and dribble it and throw it. Yeah, so the dude that requested that, he already added that for his. I think did I help him with the animation stuff? Like the animation, there wasn't really a dribbling animation. He was looking for one, but I chose like the walking animation, like the actual moving up and down the ball. I didn't do that in this live stream, but he already did that in his thing. And the throwing animation, he had like this really cool throwing animation. But yeah, he already did that. I was just helping him out with his thing. But yeah, he already did the throwing animation, and it just looks really cool. He has like a dunk animation as well. So like he has an animation for throwing and dunking. Why do I still have this set to... I thought I changed this. I guess I didn't. And that happens. Oh yeah, I forgot to add another tag sensor, that's why. We did a tag sensor here. You need to call it secbot, so it detects when you're actually inside of the entire loop. I'm gonna set this to front view so I can see better. I'm gonna do it a little bit extra, I guess. So like... Oh yeah, I shouldn't place it on that because that rotates. Alright, let's see what's happening right here. Is this like activating or is it getting stuck? Is it because of that? I got rid of that. Okay, it was because of that. Now it like accelerates my player kind of weird. Let me see. I'm gonna set this to stabilize so it doesn't rotate. If you don't want your microchips to rotate, just set it to stabilize. And then as you can see, it doesn't rotate. Yeah, that's activating very briefly, which is interesting. This means we have to change the position of this. Or like the size of this, I guess. Oh, I know what I did. I'm just gonna connect this to this so we don't have like two separate sensors, because that would be confusing. And that's what was causing the bug anyway. It's still happening though. It's weird, it's like moving at like an inconsistent speed or whatever. Is it because of the acceleration? Or I did forget to set that to 100%. I don't think it's that though. And also now it isn't like, it's not like letting me exit the loop. So I have to fix that as well. So let me see if it counts it correctly. I have this set to 80. It's just like a safeguard type thing. I don't need it that high though. Oh, I know what I did. I did this. Wait, I think I know what I did. I think. Oh yeah, I know what I did. I did this before. I accidentally connected the bolts to the thing, not to the tag, not the tag sensor. That's why it's happening. Okay. It's because I placed it at the same positioning, so I wasn't even, my camera was not zoomed in, so like I couldn't even see the output. But yeah. That shouldn't be happening now. But yeah, we just need to look at this more closely. It actually looks good in front of you. It looks more natural in front of you, since we're doing like the half loop type thing. We either need to make the tag occur sooner, or yeah, I think we need to place the tag. We need to move the tag to right here, I think. Oh yeah, and we need to make it so this is only active when, hold on a second. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it so this tag is only active when the sackbot is actually like, how do I explain this? I'm not gonna wire this correctly. I'm not gonna wire this directly to this. So I'm not trying to do direct. I'm doing this wirelessly. But I just wanna test this out. I'm gonna do another one for start. I think that's what we're missing. We did end, but we didn't do start. So when the loop starts, alright, so that's the end. I feel like I should like connect this somehow up with this, since this does reset it. Cause this is like the loop movement, right? So oh wait, did I change the tag label wrong? Oh yeah, I didn't even label this yet. That works. Alright, that's good, that's good. I just need to change the position of the label. And also, I hate when I do this, I forget to. Okay. Let me give y'all a tip. When you're doing logic or physics or really anything having to do with wire connections or tweak menus, anything, after you make the change, let me show you what just happened just now. So I just test this out. And then, that wasn't supposed to happen. What? Oh yeah, I know what I did now. I wasn't paying attention. I had to connect this to that. Okay, I was trying to... Okay. Anyway, here's a tip for y'all. Notice that I just connected this to that. I'm going to unpause my game, and then I'm going to test. And then I'm going to rewind. For whatever reason, I'm going to rewind. Oh wait, that didn't happen before. Hold on, let me show you what I was talking about. So if I just connect this to that, and then I unpause it, and I test it. And then I rewind. Okay, sometimes like when I rewind, I still have the wire in my hand. To prevent that, what you want to do, you want to pause and you want to unpause a couple of times, and then you can test it out. But yeah, pretty much works. Oh yeah, and that's another thing we gotta fix. You could like change the layer, because I was like sprinting into here, but like then when I'm moving and doing this at the same time, that happens. So we're just gonna make it so you can't change the layer. An easy way to do that without logic, you could take hologram sticker panel. I'm just gonna do a hologram because that's what I learned on. Like that's the LBP3 2. I got this from like a LBP3 2 creator, so I'm just using hologram. Like a LBP3 2 forum post. You can use sticker panel instead of 0%. I should probably just use sticker panel to be consistent. I'm gonna do sticker panel, but like the tips of hologram, they're the same thing basically. Like they're both invisible materials. If you set it to like a past year or percent. But basically the trick I'm about to show you is how to make it so you can't change the layer without logic. All you have to do, plasma tool, plasmify it. You can mute the sound, of course, but this means that like you can't change the layer in that specific area. So just to show you what I mean, right here I could change the layer just fine, but I can't go behind this plasmified layer, only in front of it. But yeah, that's how you can see you can't change the layer. And of course this is invisible, you don't see this, you can't hear it. Assuming you didn't forget to mute it, you can't hear it. So enable sounds no, so you can't hear it. So we're just gonna cut a hole at the top, because at the top you should be able to change the layer. That's the part that I forgot. I forgot to do a thing for the top, like a tag sensor for the top. Other than the top, like I forgot to do like the layer changer thing. Not the layer changer, the mover. I mean the follower, like the, what's it called, an inline mover. I always forget the name of that gadget. But like if you're running into here, I never changed layer in the first place. That's part of the issue. Yeah, that's part of the issue. I never even changed the layer in the first place. And also I have to reset that. I didn't do a reset for any of my counters. Wait, no, I didn't do it for this counter. I'm just making it so when the loop starts, it just resets this counter right here. We're going to do another tag for the top of the loop. So when you reach the top, then you change layer into the, oh I was thinking a loop. When you when you reach the top, you should change layers, so like move back a layer. It's set to move back a layer by default. I'm gonna pause my game so it doesn't move back a layer right away. And then you can just set it at, it doesn't really matter what speed you set it at, I think. But and it moved back into there, into the plasma. I could barely even see it because of the plasma effect, so I'm gonna temporarily not plasmify that. Oh wait, I get what happened now. I'm just gonna make it so the entire half right there is fine to change layer. Alright, there we go, but at the bottom, you shouldn't be able to change layer. I don't know why he was trying to, the layer thing, the thing at the top, like it's at the top. Like I have them placed in between, I think. I don't know why it's doing that. I should set automatic layer change to off. So that's an option in the gameplay trigger. So I just set it to owner, so it affects the sack bot. So it affects owner. And then disable automatic layer change, yes. I'm gonna try that, see how that works. You really shouldn't be changing layer back right there, because he has no reason to change layer. I mean, I guess I could move this down, because I really just don't want to be able to change layer right here. This is a thin layer. It should be a thin layer. Yeah, it's thin. But anyway, let me see if it's actually changing layer. Anyway. Wait, let me see if this is even activated. I'm gonna move the plasma out of the way. And I'm gonna do a quick test. So I'm just gonna connect this to this for no reason really. I just need to see if it's testing. It's testing reasons. So I just need to see if the layer changer even activates. I mean the, what's it called? It activates like instantly. Did I do the right tag label thing? I did, oh that's why. That's why it's happening. Cause I didn't do top, I did start. That's why. And also the rotation is backwards. I have to set it to negative for the negative rotation speed. Like it should be negative 350. How did I not notice that till now? But yeah, 360, whatever. Yeah. Now it actually makes sense. Now the movement actually makes sense. And it's making me move infinitely back. Yeah, that's funny, but that's not what I want. Also, I guess I don't need this, but okay, it's the loop end tag detecting. It's like being reset. I need to figure out why it's doing that. Oh yeah, that's why. I'll reset it later. But right now I just want to test this. But yeah, we need to change the positioning of the tag again. Add the loop end right here. So when you pass the end twice, there we go. Now it's working. But now I just have to figure out how to reset it. I mean, I know how to reset it. I just have to like think of the best possible solution to reset it. Oh, and I also have to test this one more time. So if I run into it, and yeah, I don't think it works with the sprint ability right now. So I'm just gonna make it so like when you're within range of the loop, then the sprint doesn't work. Or like it temporarily disables it, that's what I mean. I'm gonna do a not key. I mean, I could just invert it, but so it's only active when you're in range of the loop. I mean, when you're not in range of the loop. Yeah, sprint still like messes it up. But normally it works here. But then just like run straight through if you have the sprinting on. And increase the radius on that and see if that helps. Alright, yeah, I think that helps. I'm also gonna make it so like alright, I'm gonna use a counter so I have more control over what I'm doing, so alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just making it so alright, so this means when you're not within range of the loop movement thing, then it turns, wait, I think I have to do it the other way around. Oh yeah, so when you're not within range, it turns, you're able to sprint. And then as soon as you like let's just leave the loop, then what'll probably be that chat thing in a second, but as soon as you leave the loop, then it resets. I mean the counter turns off and you can sprint again. Does this work with sackbots? Yes, that's what I'm using right now, the controllable sackbot. In fact, it only works with sackbots if you want it to rotate in the direction of the loop. So yeah, controllable sackbots. That's what I'm doing right now. Just the basic setup of the controllable sackbot. and it runs through it again. And I forgot to pause my game before doing that. Look, I have it it's weird. Okay, let me. Alright, so when you're with this controls whether or not it's active or not active. I don't think I need all these not keys, but I don't know. Let me rethink this. Let me re-explain this, and then I'll be able to understand it. So when you're within range, it doesn't really need to be the loop movement one. It could be like the loop start. They're pretty much in the same spot. But yeah, alright, so they're pretty much in the same spot, so you could just use either one. So when you're not within range, it should turn on. I'm just gonna disconnect both of these. I'm gonna have it be on by default. But when you are within range, it should turn off, right? I'm gonna try that. I forgot to pause again. Like, you have to pause twice if you don't want this to happen. What did I even have this connected to? Alright, yeah, this. It didn't even work. Maybe I need an AND gate. So like this is like, this counter is like represents being in the loop. So when you're in the loop, oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, for the sprint ability, you should only be able to do it like when you're on the ground. So like when you're touching the ground. Maybe that will fix it. So like that way you can't sprint in midair. Cause like as of right now, I could like sprint in midair. I think, wait, did I add a touching ground setting? Well, let me show you what I mean by sprint in midair. You could basically just do this, which you shouldn't be able to do. I forgot to add a third port to the AND gate, so that's what you're going to be doing now. And then we add a touching ground setting. So the touching ground and the state sensor is right here. And then You just connect it to both ports of the NE gate. But yeah, it works without it, but alright, I'm gonna try it again. But yeah, that should turn off. As soon as I get within range, that should turn off. There we go. Let me test it one more time. I'm also going to disable movement when you're in the loop. I think that will fix it. So movement speed should be 0%. But yeah, it looks to be working. I mean, it was. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let's see. How do I want to do this? Alright, looks to be working now. Just had to slow down the speed a little bit. But yeah, I think that's it for the Sonic loop. Oh yeah, the game camera. So like if you want to actually see yourself going through the loop, you got a game camera, so like just zoom it out, and you want to place the game camera not on the sticker panel, or else it's gonna rotate, and that would look weird. Like the camera would be rotating as well. So the game camera, you want to make sure the loop is showing. You can see the loop. Again, this is optional, but the zone, you can make it so like when you're either in the loop or like near the loop, you can see it. So like this is the normal game camera, but when I get within range of the loop, you'll see there's a camera for that. But yeah, that's the loop. The Mario ground pound, we're gonna do that next. We're gonna do that next because that's what was on the list. I had like a list right here. So if anyone was like leaving a comment, I would like write it right here. So the Mario ground pound. Wait, alright, where are we going? Oh yeah, we're doing this past the sun. So I think we have him over here. We're gonna start with the fresh sack butt. And we're just gonna set this one to, I guess, red. Or pink. We never used, it doesn't really matter. We never used pink as a color in this level, right? Alright, yeah. Alright, Mario ground pound. I don't play Mario. I gotta look that up real quick. Wait, hold on a second. It's gonna look like I'm having technical difficulties for a second. I just have to... Wait, hold on a second. I'm gonna search it up on YouTube. Y'all can still see my screen, but in a second. Alright, I know what it is now. It's basically when you jump up and then you bounce. It's like this cool. It's like, it looks cool. It's like this roll thing. I'm gonna show y'all. Again, it's gonna look like I'm having technical difficulties. I'm not. That's pretty much it. The ground pound. Like I said, I never played Mario before. Or like I've obviously heard of the game. I played Mario Kart though. I played Mario Kart a lot. Like whenever there's like a Nintendo console, I like at like someone's house or like at the library or like really any place. Anyone that has a Nintendo console has Mario Kart. But I never played like the Mario games. Alright, so the ground pound. I'm making the Mario ground pound because that was like the thing that got requested in chat. So I just had to look up what it looked like. So you do like at least in Super Mario 64. I don't know which version of Mario they were talking about, but the video I just showed y'all was from Super Mario 64. Alright, so we got a fresh sack butt. We're gonna move over a little bit so I don't have to see that, I guess. Fresh sack butt. And we're gonna get a microchip to do the logic in. So it's like I'm gonna jump and like do a roll. So I have to, I guess, find the animation for that. Loose boots dash down. I mean, I could have found it at the top. It's at the top as well. It's like it's copy and pasted for both. And then the is the thing I want to adjust here. Wait, we just want to set this to like 30. If that doesn't look too good, we could always just use like the player spawn. But I'm gonna see how a player spawn looks. Player spawn has me in a different layer, sort of. So I'm just gonna use the boost boots dash down. The rotation isn't too bad on that. I have to like pause my game when I place it. Alright, so it's like you jump up and then you like spin, right? Oh wait, no, that's in 3D. So I actually would use this one. Or like this one. Alright, so I need a state sensor for detecting and jumping. Wait, hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. There was like a fly. I had to get it off my computer. It was just crawling around or whatever. State sensor set to jump. Or like not touching ground. Not touching ground would also work, I guess. I'm gonna just use the X button. So like oh yeah, it's rotating all the time. Wait, why is it rotating all the time? I only have the rotator under. Like it's set to on and off, right? Oh, I forgot to set it to the right thing. Well, we're turning off the roll. That's what we're doing. And of course, like I said earlier in the stream, when you're dealing with character rotators, you want to place them in a microchip. Because as you can see right now, it is on its side. We want it to be standing straight up. So we're just going to connect. Oh yeah, and also we have to set this to 30. I mean not this, but like this one. We're actually gonna be needing. We actually need him to face the other way. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna reset his rotation. You can't use it. I'm not gonna adjust this because that would cause like an issue. You can't use the character rotation tweaker and this at the same time. So what you have to do, just make sure that's turned off. And then, wait, hold on. I'm gonna look at the video again. Alright, I'm just gonna do it so he rotates once and then he does a ground pound. So I know how to make stuff rotate once. It's basically just a countdown timer connected to whatever. Countdown timer connected to the, what's it called? The character rotation trigger. So 0.5. So 0.5 or 6 or I guess I'll do 4. Oh yeah, and I was saying that we have to adjust this. If we set it to positional, which is what we should set it to right now, what we could do is adjust the angle. So if we just set this to 50 or 75, I forget the angle exactly, but it's like, there we go, 75. It's just him facing left. And then we want to do like a ground pound here, so. It's like rotating the wrong way. There we go. Needs to rotate a bit faster, but yeah, we pretty much got that working. So to make it rotate a bit faster, we just like lower the speed. And also we need a reset here. So like when you're touching the ground, so the touching ground sensor is in the state sensor. And then we're gonna do the pound part after I get the roll thing. Like I'm just trying to get the roll to look good. And then I'll actually make it like the actual ground part of it. But yeah, I'm gonna do the ground pound in a second. Just gotta look at the video again. So alright, so he jumps up, does a roll, and then he like goes down, but like faster than he went up. Alright, so basically it's just a mover. A mover set it down. And of course when you're doing movers, pause your game so like it doesn't just start moving. If this is an object, it would start moving. But it's just a sackbot, so sackbots have a little bit more strength to them so they don't like move right away. So like when you're falling, I should do like a state sensor for like falling, right? So you fall slower, faster. Oh yeah, the acceleration, deceleration. And also I had it set it up, I meant to say it down. So the negative is down. I'll try that. Alright, that's sort of it, but it's too fast. So we gotta try maybe 6. So yeah, I'm gonna try 6. And also I wanted to stay in that pose. So I'm not gonna connect that to my character animation tweaker. And also I have to rearrange this so it looks neater. And also, I don't have to have X, by the way. I could just do... The ground pound is going to be like a whole separate ability, so it would make more sense to have like my own mover on that. So I'm going to just do 80 for the acceleration on that. So So I'm gonna do L1 for the ground pound. Oh yeah, we need a countdown thing on that. A countdown. 0 points you count down for a jump. I have to make this bigger, so I actually have more room to work, but countdown. I think the speed for going down needs to be like a little bit faster now. So like, let's see if it works. And again, the animation. I didn't do that, but let me look at the video one more time just to make sure I'm doing it right. Alright, so he jumps. Yeah, he stays in the pose for like a second. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a delay switch. I mean a timer. In Little Planet 1, timers do not exist. They call them delay switches. But yeah, I'm just gonna add a delay. Like when you can make a timer yourself in Little Planet 1 with a piston and a magnetic key switch, I guess. I'm gonna make that self-reset for now. No, that's not working. I'm gonna do L1 then. And then I'm gonna reset it. Full switch, I guess. Oh yeah, we need to set the timer to start counting up. We should add sound effects. I have the volume down on my phone. I'm gonna see if is there any sound effects. I'm gonna see. But yeah, I'm not gonna bother too much with sound effects. I am gonna add one, but it's not gonna be like super accurate to the game. But if you want to add sound effects, I'll show you how. I wish we could choose like which one of these audio samples actually play. But then again, I don't really use the sound object too much, so it's not really a huge deal for me. But anyway. Basically, if you want to have a sound effect play when he initially like launches, like when he jumps, that's how you do it. And if you want to have a sound effect play when he lands, then let me just watch the video again. I'm gonna just lower the pitch on this one. Well, not lower, increase the pitch. Could add like special effects, I guess. Like, are there any effects here? Oh yeah, there's like this like cool smoke effect, or not smoke. It's like, let me show you. If you were to do an effect, you could do sticker pin or hologram, whichever one you want to use. I think hologram looks cooler because of the texture. Either way, I'm gonna just set this to yellow, and then you would just like emit the effect, and I'll show you how to do that. It's actually better to use sticker panel because hologram is too bright, and unless you have your thing set to a dark background, you can barely see it. I forgot about that. So it's gonna be like this effect thing. Nothing fancy. Like, I'm not really too good at special effects, to be honest. So it's not gonna be nothing fancy at all. I hope these are stuck together, they're not. Yeah, I'm gonna at least try to make this look a little bit nice. I feel like it's missing some spikes. But basically, you would just emit this, so like along with the sound effect, you would have the emitter. You can see this is static, so it doesn't move. But yeah, you go set it to emit this. I'm gonna set it to few modes so I can actually see. Emit this, and again, you can make the sound effect. I mean the effect, especially the visual effect, look any way you want. So emit once. You don't have to do the frequency if you do that thing. And then lifetime, you could have it last like half a second. And when you emit once, it only emits one. And also when it disappears, you don't want that smoke effect, so just set it to disappear. So I'm gonna see how that looks. Wait, did I not set it in the emitter? Oh, I forgot to connect it, that's why. Alright, so that's why I just forgot to connect it. But yeah, last stream of this summer, y'all. Before, like, I'm not ending the stream right now, but I'm just saying it's my last stream of the summer. I am gonna stream next month. I don't know when, but like, I'm gonna stream once a month from now on, because I gotta focus on school. I'm actually about to end the stream soon, but hold on, I'm gonna check the video. Like I said, I'm not super good at doing special effects. So if that visual effect looks kind of off, like I said, that's not my specialty. I want to get better at it though. Okay. So I'm just gonna check the, what's it called? The thing where I made the notes. I'm gonna just go over that. I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna go over that one more time. So, alright, so yeah, the ground pound, that's it. So I'm gonna show off that one more time. But pretty much, we did the basketball defense system, the sonic loop, and for any of y'all that left during the stream, of course you could watch it on replay. If you're the one that requested any of those things, I went through it step by step. And then from the chat, someone said Mario ground pound. That's what I did just now. And like I was saying a second ago, I'm gonna live stream once a month during the school year because I gotta focus on, like, I start school on Tuesday. And then, so like, I gotta focus on studying and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna live stream every Sunday like I'm doing now. I gotta focus on school and like studying, so I can get good grades. But during November, along with my once a month stream for November, it's gonna be a double birthday stream. LBP3 and my birthday are like a few days apart, so it's gonna be like a double birthday. And then December, I'm gonna do another one of these creation requests. But yeah, I haven't chosen the theme for my September and October ones. I might do like a little and one birthday one for that. But anyway, I'm gonna show off the ground pound one more time. But yeah, like I said, I don't play Mario, so apologies if it's not super accurate. But yeah, I'm gonna look at the video again. I don't know if y'all could hear that. That's my stomach. Like, but I should be eating dinner right now. But yeah, it looks cool though. And I didn't do it for left and right. Hold on, this will take like 2 seconds. I just have to copy and paste all this logic for left and right apparently. Cause I only did it for. Alright, so doing it, it's basically I need a thing that can detect the direction. I did that for the Sonic sprint ability. So basically, if you want to detect which direction you were last moving in, you just use a direction splitter wired to a 2-port selector. The 2-port selectors maintain the signal for as long as, so like, it just outputs a constant signal. So left, right, from the joystick. So we're gonna need an AND gate for both of these. So when you're pressing L1 and when you were last moving in a specific direction, it does it. So and then of course I'm gonna have to make some changes here. So what is this, right? This is gonna be left. So really the only difference is that it's gonna be rotating, I guess. It's gonna be rotating the opposite direction and it's gonna be facing the other way when it does that. So 25%. I talked about rotators, character rotators in my stack flip video. And if you want to reverse the rotation, you could connect the timer to a NOT gate and have that connected to it. So yeah, I think that's all the directional stuff we did. Let me test it out. And I forgot to connect something. I forgot to wire something. It's just going, oh yeah, that's what I forgot to connect. Wait, hold up, I'm gonna test something. Oh, I forgot to connect this. Who is this connected to? What's it called? That. Yeah, that's connected to the thing. So I have to do that. Hey, hold up, it's not resetting. And I'm not sure if I needed to reverse the rotation, but it works for that direction. Yeah, I don't think I needed to reverse the rotation for that one. I'll just switch this to no. Yeah, I didn't need to reverse it. I thought I did. And also I'm gonna make it so when it's active you can't move. So like I'm not gonna add an OR gate because I'm lazy. I mean I said this in one. I said the same thing in my RPG animation video. I was like I could add an OR gate here, but I'm kinda lazy. Nah. But anyway, for real though, like I just want to place one gadget and be done with it. So it's the same amount of thermal space either way. But like when, because like it's 2 gadgets either way. If you're doing multiple gadgets, of course I would use a OR gate, unless I'm doing it wirelessly, of course. Owning character. So I'm just gonna place 2 of these and connect them. both of these. So like that way I cannot move. This is set at like 0% movement, right? Yeah. So like I can't move while I'm doing the ground pound. Wait, it sounds like two sound effects are playing at the exact same time. Why is that? Oh, I know why. I'm gonna place this in the middle. Because the sound effects, we only need one of them. I'm just gonna, like... Wait, which one is this? Wait, what is this connected to? Look, I'm still gonna have to fix that, but let me just see. Oh yeah, I'm out of Engate here as well, so like sound effects don't overlap. So like I'm gonna do the direction thing. Well, the sound, so like both of them don't play at the same time. So one for right, and then one for left, and then it shouldn't activate. I need a pulse switch in front of that. Like the pulse switch is in the wrong spot. I'm gonna change the color of this so I know what to connect the stuff to. Alright, so I have the pulse switch connected to the timer, the sound effects. Is this the body slam from Pizza Terror? No, it's the ground pound from Mario. It might not be super accurate because I don't play Mario, so. But yeah, I just watched a video to see what it looks like. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Pizza Tower. Yeah, I never played Pizza Tower. It's a platformer. I don't really play platformers too much. Like I only got Loop Planet Vita for the create mode. So create mode on the go sounded appealing to me. But yeah, that's pretty much the ground pound. So that's cool. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Even though I don't play Mario, I gotta appreciate how cool the effect is. But yeah, that's everything that we created during today's stream. We did the ground pound, the sonic loop, and the basketball thing. And again, let me just show y'all this one more time. So we did the 2 requests. The basketball defense system, we set this to front view. So the basketball defense, sonic loop, the ground pound was from chat. It was requested by a Sackboy Loves Ice Cream. Is that his username? Let me check. Sackboy and Ice Cream. But yeah, the basketball thing was requested by It's Just Mook. Sonic Loop was from Jenny Hopes It Be, and then from the chat, Sackboy and Ice Cream, the Mario ground pound. And then again, like I said earlier, during the school year, I could only live stream once a month if I want to get good grades. And then November, it's gonna be my birthday and Little Planet 3's birthday, so I'm doing like a double birthday stream, same day, just like celebrating 2 birthdays. Then during December, I'm gonna do another one of these. But yeah, let me just demonstrate the ground pound one more time, and then I'm gonna end this stream. So yeah, thank you for everyone that joined. Today was my final stream of the summer. I gotta focus on school, only streaming once a month from now on until like June, I guess. But yeah, the ground pound is pretty cool. I gotta appreciate it, even though I don't play Mario. But yeah, thank you for everyone that joined, and see you in September. I'll announce my stream like a few days in my community post. I'll announce it a few days before I do it. And of course, I'll schedule it in advance like I always do. But yeah, streams once a month. Those special streams, look out for them in November and December. So yeah, thank you everyone that joined. And bye. My mic is off. Okay. Okay, one more question. What's that Mario ground pound animation? It is called Boost Boots Dash Down. I'll show you where it can be found. So if you go to you could go to Sackboy Miscellaneous and find it, but you could also go to Sackboy Power Up and find it. So Sackboy Power Ups, it's like near the bottom over here. So like Dash Down, it's the same thing. It's like the exact same thing. They just put it in 2 spots because I guess they weren't paying attention. But yeah, you could find it in either spot. And then I just did the character rotation. I put it in a separate microchip so the angle wouldn't be active all the time. But yeah, thank you everyone again for joining. I was just fooling around with this. What is it? What happened just there? Right there. Wait, why is it? Oh yeah, when I was showing you the animation. But yeah, I must have accidentally changed it when I was showing you. Oh yeah, that's why. But yeah, bye again, and thank you for joining. I'm gonna end the stream for real now. Sorry, but yeah, last stream of this summer. It's crazy. Last stream for like a while, at least a couple of weeks or whatever. Alright, now it's working. But yeah, thanks for joining, and bye. I'm ending it for real this time.